All right, everyone, welcome to week 8 of building Wellsworth. I believe it's week 8. Unfortunately, I took another week off. Things are really busy. Actually, this week coming up, I have my midterms. So the progress this week, kind of as the title says, is random and boring. I believe I'm just going to title this video Plating, because I do finish off the plating on both sides, or both of these front corners. Though it's not a lot, it is something that needs to get done before you can build further. You can't build without your foundation. So this week, that's what we talk about. I also, actually, another reason why this video is coming out late is I got a package in Friday, and I was away all day Friday, so I couldn't open it until actually earlier Saturday morning, which is why I'm recording all this. So this will probably get up Saturday night, very early Sunday morning. But with that package, I was able to make a roof height determination. Now I didn't get much done. I only bought the corner parts for that's all that came in. I have other parts of the roof, but those are the only parts that came in. So we briefly talk about that. I'm going to stop talking because there's nothing else for me to talk about without me just telling you the whole video right here. So go ahead, sit back and watch a very short, and I'm going to be honest with you, probably disappointing week of building Wellsworth. So starting off this week, the first thing we're going to talk about is actually resizing the building. I went ahead, I actually ended up watching, as it is close to Halloween, I ended up watching the Halloween special, or Halloween DVD for Thomas. And it had an old episode, like a Series 1 episode, Thomas Gets Tricked. And I was watching that, and looking at it, I realized this station building, the second one, at least what I'm calling the second one, I knew it was smaller, but I thought it had windows on it, just like that. I thought they had windows on the edge. Turns out they don't, at least in the early series. So, what I'm doing is reducing the second building here by 2 studs, which leaves 2 studs gap between the rails, ballast, and the building, which is perfect, which is great. Though I didn't mind having the rails right up against the building, I thought it looked a little odd or a little tight. So I'm glad I'm able to get this in here. Now, with that being said, too, I'm going to go back and rewatch the episode and pause it because I get a better look at what's right here. Though there's not a lot, I think it's just a field and some fencing and a water tower. But I want to make sure I can do that as accurate as I can. As I've always said, I'm trying to make this as close to like Series 1, Series 2 of uh, the television series as I can. Obviously sprinkling in stuff from later seasons in the CGI era. Unfortunately, the Railway series station looks nothing like the television series station, which is fine. But I am basing off that, so I can't use any Railway series references, really. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that those are some changes that's going on, some very early changes I've done this week. Now let's keep going and see what else gets done this week. Now that we reduced the size of the second station building, I went ahead and I finished plating this area here. So over here is just going to be an open section of the yard. I'm probably just going to try to add in some workmen, some detailing. I'm not 100% sure because it is a big area of nothing, but I can't really add in any track even going that way just based on what it is. As I've been rewatching some of the old Series 1, Series 2 episodes, there's supposed to be a turntable like right here-ish. And unfortunately, the way I designed and built the mock, I didn't put in the turntable. I honestly thought it was a little farther back, not right next to the main station, or the second station building. Apologize for the mess of figures. We're working on stuff. I was saying, talking about workmen. So I kind of have a initial concept built up. Though it's not accurate per se, they are kind of workman outfits that I have in bulk. But back to this. So this is all done. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to look at more images. Try to just put some crates down here, maybe a pile of timber, just some stuff to, fill up the space and whatnot. Something good. But I thought I'd let you know this was done, at least tiling wise. I'll go in and I'll fill in all the edges when it comes down to the final ballasting. I'm waiting until probably later on because I want to get everything else around it built first. I still got to work on this area right here. I'm still slowly chipping away at it. I kind of got to figure out how far. I think I'm going to go another tan, and then I'll do the tile, the dark tile. But anyways, this is done. Let's move on. Okay, so over here, I had no idea what I was going to do with this area. I had a general idea this was either going to be a continuation of the yard or kind of where the yard divides. Right here, I'm watching the episode Thomas Gets Tricked, and I paused it just past, so the yard is like right here. There's going to be a little building, a little shack here. I don't really have room for the shack, although I actually might. In reality, the rails would go all the way to the end here. Since mine's not, I'll probably build that shack here. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Basically, it kind of goes sand and then grass covered in some rock and then grass. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do with some bushes and some stuff. So I'm just going to put some trees and stuff over here to fill it in. I'd like to build the water tower, of course. I just got to find the parts I need, and by find them, I just get a hold of them. Sorry, my phone went off. As you can see, I got the Wellsworth signal box. There is there. So I'm just waiting on my parts to come in, and I should be able to finish off that roof. I'm still deciding if I want to do an interior or not. I might, just to kind of keep up, you know, if I need to do something one week and I have nothing to do, I might go ahead and do it. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to plate this area, and then I might kind of start to prototype the transition. There's another fence too, obviously, as you can see right there. So I have a fence over there already. I'll probably try to continue that out, but I do need more 1x6 brown tiles, so I'm going to have to order those in as well. Otherwise, I'll get back to you in a couple seconds, and we'll see what the progress is. Okay, so as this week continues and go through, I decided to hold off, and I'm glad I did, because I got my bricks and pieces haul in. I'm guessing because it's a small package from Lego, and it has to be that because this and Pick-a-Brick are kind of two separate entities. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. I'll probably have to set down the camera to physically open the bag, but I'm going to open it up, and we're going to put out these parts. I think I only got 2 types of parts, but I know for sure there's a parts for the stations, and I think the other part type is for a locomotive I'm working on. So I'm going to set the camera down, let you look at the cow. Cow's pretty cool. I think it's a brick forge cow. I got it at my local Bricks and Minifigs. I didn't realize it was metal. I didn't think Lego made a cow, at least one like that. And I've gone ahead, I bought it, and it was kind of worth it. Ooh. Like that. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. So, as you can see here, I got these corner slopes, and I got these olive green 1x1 bricks. I needed these parts. As I said, the slopes will be for the station. The bricks will be for my engine I'm working on. And if anyone can guess the engine I'm working on below, if you get it right, by the time I share it, maybe I'll give you a shout out, maybe I won't, I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, comment below, and I guess if anyone guesses it right by my next Building Wellsworth segment, I'll give the winner a shout out. If not, then don't worry about it, not a big deal. If no one guesses it, then we'll just move on, and you'll see what it is when it arrives. So I'm going to go ahead and use these parts because they came here. I've been waiting for them for about probably 2.5 weeks now. So I'm going to go ahead, throw them on the mock, and yeah. Okay, so it only took me a couple seconds, but I got these slopes in place. So initially my thought process was to only go 4 bricks high, or 3 bricks high. So this is what 3 bricks high looks like. You can see there's 1, and then there's 2, 3. And you can kind of see when you step back a little bit. In person it looks a little short. However, when you go over here and you look at the 4 tall, the 4 tall looks pretty nice. It looks a little bit more proportionate. So I decided to bring up a photo. Main reason why I've been going back and forth is when this focuses, if it focuses. So you can kind of see there, I wanted to make sure I got this large flat edge. On the one station, you can see back there, the corner, it's very more kind of up, corner, and comes to a point, where this one has a nice flat edge up top, and I wanted to be sure I featured that, got that idea, got that design in there. And I decided now, unfortunately, I am a few parts short to do both stations. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go 4 high. Unfortunately, I am 2 of these bricks short. Um, so I will be going ahead buying bricks so we can go 4 high on all 8 corners of the 2 buildings. What does that mean? That means I'm going to take parts that would be used for this building, put it over there, and that's okay because I definitely didn't order in enough brown slopes to do both buildings. I kind of just placed an order to have some, get some in, and I can kind of use it to estimate the rest that I need. But otherwise, let's move on and see what else happens in this week's segment. Okay, so really quick, we took a break from this, and I hopped over and I showed you those slopes, that small little package I got in. Before that package came in, I was able to finish plating all this off. Now, I know this line does look awful. I believe I addressed that earlier in the video. But for right now, I just set it up so I know where I want my line. I'm ordering in some 1x2s in this Lego green. That's what I'm calling it, at least Lego green. And I'm going to try to kind of I'm going to mess with it, give it a kind of a staggered border. I just want to get the primary areas laid out right now. I'm going to try to do something like I'm doing over here. Even this, I'm going to go back through and redo. And honestly, since I have the fence and I decided I will continue the fence along here, at least over here, it might not be that big of a concern. The fence kind of blocks off that transition point. So I'm not too concerned actually about that. This one, though, I am, especially because it is up front. You'll also notice, since I'm sure some people are wondering, I started on a water tower, a very early design. I'm going to build it in this dark stone gray, that's without a doubt. Right now, I think I like it. Obviously, I got to put an engine next to it, and I want to go back and look at some images, but I think this is going to be pretty much perfect for what I'm looking for, at least. Otherwise, let's go ahead, end out the video, and yes. And that was week 8. All right. Like I said, not a lot done, though it is important to get your foundations in, and pretty much all that's left back here is to get the ballasting all figured out, which is nice because I'm leaving that towards last just so it actually gives me stuff to work on. So while I'm waiting to do this or that, or I need a break from this, I can kind of start cobbling all that together. I just have to order the parts for it. I need a lot of 1x1s and 1x2s that I'm a little short on right now. As you saw, we talked about the height of the roof. I originally thought 3 bricks high, that's all it needed to be, that's all it was, it'd be good. And then the 3 looked really unproportioned, looked really flat. And as we all know, the Wellsworth roofs, though the main station building doesn't come to a point, it is kind of more up and pronounced. So I think if we go 4 bricks high, that'll be fine. At least for me, I think that's going to look great. Now, in going 4 high, as I was talking about, these little corner slopes I bought, I actually had to get them off bricks and pieces because the Lego Pick-a-Brick section doesn't have these. I got to order in 2 more, so I'll probably order in like 4 or 6 more just so I have a little extra. So I'll probably be placing that order soon. I got some other stuff I want to buy from bricks and pieces, more detailing stuff that I need. We got that front done, and I teased the water tower. I apologize if you hear any noise. The washer's running right now. But I want to get this out as soon as possible, so I'm pushing through the noise. And though I can close the laundry room door, my door has not been put back on since the remodel of this room. Anyways, so I started to prototype the water tower. I think it's exactly how I want it to be. I think when it's all completed, or when it's completed, it's going to look great. I think kind of looking at it right now, you're like, wow, that's going to look really sad. But when you get everything put together and completed, I really think it's going to stand out. I guess, okay, not stand out, but it's going to be like, okay, that fits there, that looks nice. So that's what I'm hoping for with that. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but some other stuff I did get done this week is, you can see Peter right here. I actually had to re-record his video because I made some changes probably within 24 hours of making the video. So I'm going to go ahead. What the heck's on here? Interesting. Sorry, caught some of that. At least with black bricks, or you can see a lot of the dust or dog hair. I have a dog, or had a dog. Unfortunately, passed away recently. But anyways, back to Peter. Peter's done and completed, so I actually got to redo his video since I made those changes. And then I've also been working on Toby, because I know a lot of you have been asking about Toby. I think my last 3-4 weeks or so, I've had a comment, maybe not last week, but the 3 weeks prior to that, since you do see Toby in the kind of background here when I'm talking. I have had a lot of questions about Toby. Toby's been going through remodels. I planned my initial look, though I liked it, it wasn't going to work with the stickers, so I went ahead and I had to redo it, and in redoing it, there's a lot more I had to do. So I promise Toby is coming. His roof is complete. I just completed his side rods this morning before I went to work. But I'm just about 4 parts short from finishing the complete part. I got his cab, some of the controls and everything. So yes, for those of you who are interested in Toby, I promise he's coming. Give me another few weeks just because, again, I'm busy with school, and I promise Toby will be completed. I promise. But I thought it'd be fair to give you all an update on his progress. Otherwise, I want to thank you all for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the like or dislike. Lets me know how I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video.